Okay, so everyone, welcome back to your second section. And today you are going to study the new lesson, lesson 5, about sci-fi stories. So, before moving to our lesson today, so what do you study in the first section, everyone? The first section you just study about the energy and algae that people, the Blue Marble Company, uh, they work to create the fuel by using the bacteria to break down the algae that they collected from the ocean. And also some the scientists also concerned about the effect of collecting algae, and it would affect to the life under the ocean, okay, like fish. Even the company currently that when they collect the algae, they would not stack up with the young fish, but this is just about what they are claiming, but the scientists still concerned with that. So now we move to our lesson here, everyone. Okay, so the word sci-fi here, it refer to the science fiction. This is just a short, in short. So the introduction to our lesson today, everyone. So after you finish this unit, so you are able to talk about the genre of the science fictions and finish the act of sci-fi story. So in the vocabulary that you have to focus with, you have like the word crystal, the word like moonlight, like curiosity, like ray, wonder, strangely, amazement, mysterious, disturbed, and force. And the writing guide that you are going to focus today is about the finished sci-fi story, everyone. So before moving to each, teacher would like you to, um, uh, to learn some about the vocabulary first before we move to our lesson, everyone. Okay, so you will see here, everyone, like the first one, you will see like the word crystal here. Do you see it clearly? Okay, crystal in the pieces of homogeneous solid substance having the natural like geometrically regular with the systematically arranged plan or place. So you can see based on this picture. So if we translate crystal mean the types, you know, especially they use the kind of the crystal here like to make like jewelry or to make like glass, okay, but it expensive. The next one you hear or you learn about the word amazement here. Okay, the amazement I mean the feeling of great surprise or wonder. So you can use another word that similar to amazement, like astonishment, like surprise, like bewilderment, like shocked. Okay, and so on here. And curiosity, about a strong desire to know or to learn something. So example like when you fall in love reading the a book, and if you read it just for extracting the main content that you want, so it is not curiosity. Okay, if you read it curiosity meaning that you want to learn it or want to learn about it, curiosity, or you probably want to learn about it, to know all the information or all the detail from the book. So are you a curious student? Okay, so the next one, the word ray here. Okay, the word ray means each of the line in which light or heat, may seem to stream from the sun or any luminous body or pass through the small opening. And the next one, you have like the word wander. Okay, wander mean walk or move. Okay, in the lazily or aimless way. Okay, and the last one, the word disturb. When someone disturbs you, they bother you, they interrupt you, they make you anxious, or we call like interferes with the normal arrangement or functionings of. So this is the similar word that may similar to the word disturb here, like the word interrupt, like butt in on or distract. Okay. So now we move to our slide back, everyone. Okay. So let's answer the question first, everyone. Like, do you prefer to read fiction or non-fiction? Why? And have you ever tried creative writing, story, play, poems, etc.? Okay, so to me, I love to read like non-fiction. Okay, I don't want the fiction because of uh, the scientists and me. I'm not prefer to read it, but non-fiction I love to read it. And how about have you ever try create writing a story? This is can be the type of the paragraph or the type of the narrative paragraph that you have learned so far. So when they try to to try the creative writing, so you just create what you want or imagination story by yourself. So in these writings, you if you want to end up with a good writing, you should start with the beginning. So what should you start, and in the middle, and at the end. So at the beginning, you can propose your idea. What are you going to write? So in our lesson about the writing shooter, at the beginning you should state with the title and the topic sentence clearly, and in the middle you have to describe the detail to support the topic sentence, and at the end you can finish the story with a good conclusion. And a good story have the clear beginning, middle, and end. And think of one story from the scientist fiction book and or movie, and make some note about it, the beginning, middle, and the end. Tell the story to your partner. So actually we don't have this in the online class, so teacher would like to skip it. So this is about the authentic text. Okay, so you just read the beginnings of the scientist fiction short stories adapted from the Crystal Egg by H.G. Wells. So you can listen listen to this audio carefully about the Crystal Egg, everyone, and then we will have some the question. So let's get started here.
Track 17. The Crystal Egg. Mr. Cave was an old man who owned a little antique shop. The various items in his shop included old furniture, lamps, books, and toys. But he had a favorite item. It was a piece of bright crystal in the shape of an egg. Occasionally, someone offered to buy the lovely crystal egg, but Mr. Cave always raised the price until the customer gave up. That's because he felt strangely fascinated by the egg. This annoyed his wife, and he didn't understand it himself. He just didn't want to sell the egg. Late one night, Mr. Cave couldn't sleep. Feeling bored, he was wandering around his shop, looking at the items on the shelves in the moonlight coming through the windows. He was quiet and careful so that he wouldn't disturb his sleeping wife upstairs. Then Mr. Cave noticed a soft ray of light across the room. It was coming from the crystal egg on the shelf, and a mysterious force seemed to be pulling him toward it. With great curiosity, he walked over, picked it up, and looked carefully at it. His eyes opened wide in amazement. He couldn't believe the sight that he saw inside the glowing egg.
Okay, so everyone, Let's check here. We have some the key term here like the word unique, like antiques. The okay, the object that are old and usually rare or beautiful. And the next one you will see like the word like glowing, mean giving off or a soft, warm light. So after you listen to this listening, so what do you think about the crystal egg? Okay, and what happened to the man when the night come? And what do you think of this story? Is it true? Is it just a science fiction story, everyone? So what uh, make him, surprise, or we can say that the crystal egg on the shelf and the mysterious force seemed to pulling him toward it. With a great curiosity, he walked over, picked it up, and looked carefully at it. His eye opened wide in amazement. He couldn't believe the sight that he saw inside the glowing egg. Okay, so yeah, so this is just the sample writings, okay, about the crystal egg.